Welcome back to my channel, and today we're talking about a group that I had no idea existed until this year, and that is called the Earth People. Now, the Earth People were a group of, I don't know what to call them. A lot of people I've seen, especially like I asked people about it, told them about it, and I asked them like, what would you classify them as? A group, a commune, a cult, and a lot of mixed reviews. I mean, a lot of people said it sounded like a cult, but I'm not here to label the group. I'm just here to inform you of the group. This group was led by someone called Mother Earth. She gave herself this name, but her real name was Jeanette Mcdonald. The group consists of 16 males ranging from age 18 to 33, and there was only one other female member of the group besides Mother Earth. Most of the members, besides Jeanette or Mother Earth's immediate family, were from the Rastafari movement or spiritual baptism movement of the 1970s. That's when this group was functional. A group of anthropologists came to Trinidad in 1981 to do a study on this group. When they asked the members what was the reason for joining the group, a lot of them said they were disgusted with the way the country was at the time, the level of corruption, and the spiritual decay that came from post-independence government. Their key feature that I think most people would remember them from was the fact that they lived and mostly went naked. They lived in the bush, you could say. They lived in the wilderness, and they were all naked. They lived off cultivating the land, and they lived really back to basics lifestyle, with looking to Mother Earth, the woman, Jeanette, Mother Earth, as their guidance, their leader, and the source of all of their spiritualism. From 1975 to 1976, Mother Earth claimed that she received a series of revelations from the divine. These revelations gave her the information that the earth and the teachings of Christianity and the God of this male God in Christian teachings was false. She claimed that these revelations said that earth and all creation was the work of a mother, Mother Earth. She related Mother Earth to nature and creation. She claimed that Mother Earth, the divine, created all black people. The mother created God, who was her son. Now her son was rebellious and forced her, Mother Earth, to create white people. Now upon the creation of white people, they enslaved the black people, the original people, and exploited them for their own gain. She claims that white people created industrialism to enslave black people, and that Mother Earth's way of life is nature and simplicity. Now, these were the revelations that she claimed to have had. Jeanette claimed that she was a partial manifestation of Mother Earth, and that in her final days, Mother Earth will fully enter her being. She claimed that the Bible was false doctrines and teachings, and that the Son was not the origin of everything. She claimed that she would be represented as the devil in the Bible, and that's why she coined her community as Hell Valley. As the devil, she claimed that she was opposed to schools and churches and prisons, any sort of formal institutions. Because God was right, then she was wrong. If God was right, then she was left. She claimed that obscenities were just natural words, and that she herself was the origin of life. She claimed that when the end came, all sickness would be cured, and we would all speak one language and be as one. This group attracted a lot of attention with their annual naked march through Port of Spain. This attracted newspapers and a lot of articles about them, which actually got them a few more members who wanted to join. There were Through the time, about 60 active members of the Earth People throughout the 70s. Naked marches, of course, resulted in some arrests. Some of the children of the group were taken into custody and put into children's homes. This further fueled Mother Earth's and the members' feeling of being attacked by institutions and society. Upon their arrests in some of these marches, Mother Earth and some of her members were taken to psychiatric facilities, and they were actually diagnosed with a variety of mental illness, and none of which I could find a pinpoint diagnosis of what they believe she had, but they just diagnosed them several times with different diagnoses. This resulted in the children of the group being taken away and placed into orphanages for their safety. The members slept on the floor, and the center of the community was Mother Earth's wooden house, which had painted on the side of it F God, because remember, she believed that God was not the center of everything and that she, Mother Earth, was. This group was firmly against Christianity and Islam. In 1982, the group started to split up a bit when there were a bit of disputes about authority in the group and a bit of questioning of Mother Earth's authority. She also began to get sick around this time. They did not say in the article that I read what her illness was, but she did succumb to it in 1984. The group carried on, but eventually in the 90s it disbanded and broke up into, you could say, 4 semi-continuations of it. But they mostly, all the 4 groups mostly kept the teachings of being back to nature, simple and the natural way, but they did not hold on to Mother Earth as the center of spiritualism. Well, Mother Earth meaning Jeanette Mcdonald. Of course, public opinion at the time was that they were all crazy, that these people were bush people who were not of sound mind. Now, that is what was the public opinion at the time, but I guess because back in the 70s, 80s, the word cult was not really as popular as it is today. Was it a cult? I'm not sure, but let's go into what a cult is. Now, a cult can be seen as a group of religious veneration, a group that is not officially recognized as a religion, which in my research I found out is very hard to do, and there is no one definition of what a legitimate and valid religion is, and nobody can seem to agree on what it is in terms of one finite definition. But as a cult, there are things that you could look out for in the fact that a cult usually has some form of harm to its members in various ways, whether it be spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, and we're going to go through some of the things to look out for so you can know what to look out for in a cult, and we can see if it applies to our situation here with our Earth people. A cult seems to always have a charismatic leader, someone who is charming, who is passionate, who makes people feel some sort of emotion when they speak, and their ideas reach out to a longing to belong in certain people who do feel like they don't belong somewhere and they want to belong to a group. There is also a system of brainwashing or indoctrination into the beliefs and way of life of this group, that this is the only way we can live and it's the only right way. That kind of sounds like certain religions, but this way is this way or the highway. There's usually some sort of exploitation of its members, be it physical labor, financially, sexually, physically. This group, especially the leader, seems to exploit its members for whatever resources they can bring to the table. The leader of the group is usually the be-all and end-all of information and source of spiritual or intellectual sustenance for the group, and that is above any sort of spiritual god or belief system. the leader is the god of the group, basically. There's usually no allowance for critical thinking within the group, and questioning is not tolerated. The leader has ultimate authority and has no accountability to the group for any wrongdoings. Usually an unreasonable fear of people and the world outside of the group, and there usually inside the group is no legitimate reason for a member to leave the group. So they will either not allow a member to leave the group, or if you do leave the group, they cut you off and pretend you do not exist anymore. Often members have stories of being abused in the group, and again, the leader is always right, the leader is always the truth, the light, and the way. So I hope this gives you something to look at and look out for if you think you're in a group or about to join a group that sounds a little bit like a cult. Now, I am not labeling the earth people as a cult. I cannot do that. I am not a cult expert. I am not a psychologist. I am just saying that a lot of people had that view when I brought it up to them. What do you think? Tell me in the comments below. Did you know about the earth people? Did you experience the naked marches in Port of Spain in the 70s? And let me know if you think they were a cult or if you think they were a legitimate spiritual community. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and please like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate all my new subscribers and viewers, and until next time, bye.